It's also a message photographer Luigi Toscano has been trying to address for the past 3 years when he set out to capture and share the stories of Holocaust survivors. His work is now on display at a public art installation on Boston Common. Stephanie Leyden has more on that and on a local woman featured in the exhibit.
Lined up along the Boston Common, an unexpected encounter with history, larger-than-life portraits. They are people from around the world with one thing in common. They all survived the Holocaust.
Makes it very real. You know, to me as a millennial, it seems like this happened so long ago. So just, remembering that people are still alive and when it took place and they're survivors, just very impactful.
The work of a German-Italian artist. The photos have been on display in Boston for 2 weeks. But in the wake of the deadly synagogue shootings in Pittsburgh, there's new relevancy to the exhibit called Lest We Forget.
Maybe we haven't learned our lesson, and I think we start forgetting it.
Merkel Malik is the project manager for the exhibit, which was first staged in Germany 3 years ago. It's traveled the world, and at each stop, portraits are added of local Holocaust survivors. Among the 9 people added to the Boston exhibit, Tanya Lefman of Wellesley.
When I looked at my picture, I kind of fell back. I said, oh, my God, look at all the wrinkles.
89 years old, Lefman is from Poland.
When I think about it, it gives me this chills almost when I think of what I endured in my life.
She was 12 when the Nazis invaded.
And I hid underground in a shallow grave almost. For 2.5 years. It was beyond description. I mean, the hungers, the cold, and all that.
She and her husband built a life and a family here. It was possible, she says, because of something fundamental to this country, a sense that people are equal. She hopes when passers-by see her picture, they will consider not just history, but how it can repeat.
Look what's going on.
Jews will not replace us! Jews will not replace us!
Look what the nationalists, they come out with neo-Nazis and all that. Would you ever believe that our country would have open demonstrations like that? I couldn't believe it would happen ever. But you see, it can happen anywhere, and it starts slowly.
The only way to counter it, she says, is to speak out.
We will not retreat in fear.
As people did on the Boston Common to honor the Pittsburgh synagogue victims, not far from where anyone can come face to face with history. Stephanie Leyden, WGBH News.
The Lest We Forget exhibit will be on the Boston Common until November 10th, and a candlelight walk is planned on the 9th to mark the anniversary of Kristallnacht, the 2-day attack on Jewish store windows that marked the fateful shift from discrimination in Nazi Germany to open and systematic violence.